Right. Yeah. Electronic effects started, right? So electronic effects are classified into how many types? 4 types. Inductive effect, electromeric effect, mesomeric effect, hyperconjugation. Okay. So inductive effect started, right? So what is inductive effect? Partial displacement of sigma electron towards more electronegative element is called inductive effect. So inductive effect is 2 types, plus I effect, minus I effect. Okay. Inductive effect is permanent effect or temporary effect? It is a permanent effect, and there is a partial displacement of sigma electron takes place, not complete displacement. So inductive effect is called transmission effect because there is a transmission of or polarization of sigma bonds takes place. So polarization of sigma bond takes place, that is a transmission. So the transmission of charge takes place through the sigma bond, right? Next, so inductive effect depends on distance, right? It decreases with increasing distance, and inductive effect becomes 0 at 4th carbon, right? Next, plus I group, minus I group. So plus I groups are called electron releasing groups, and minus I groups are electron withdrawing groups. Okay, example of a plus I group, minus I group completed. Next is applications of inductive effect. In applications of inductive effect, first one, reactivity of alkyl halide. Alkyl halides are more reactive compared to corresponding alkanes. It is due to inductive effect. Okay. Next, second application, dipole moment. It is important, question can be expected. So based on dipole moment. So dipole moment of alkyl halide, particularly alkyl halide. So dipole moment of alkyl halide directly proportional to difference in electronegativity. As the difference in electronegativity increases, dPm is increases. Okay. Next, as the number of halogen atom increases, dPm decreases. For example, methyl chloride and carbon tetrachloride, which has more dipole moment. Methyl chloride, carbon tetrachloride has 0 dipole moment. Okay. So that is also completed. Next, third application is relative acidic strength of carboxylic acid. Is it started? No, we need to start, right? So relative acidic strength of carboxylic acid. I don't. Relative acidic strength of carboxylic acids. So this is the third application of inductive effect, right? So acidic strength of carboxylic acid, it is depends on inductive effect. Let's see how. Now before that, let us take carboxylic acid RC double bond OH, right? It undergo dissociation, it gives rise to RCO minus plus H plus. Yes or no? So therefore here it is a carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid undergo dissociation, it form carboxylate ion. It is called carboxylate ion, and it is a H plus ion which is called proton. So therefore now tell me, carboxylic acids are acidic nature because they produce proton, right? They produce proton. Then now we want what is the relative acidic strength, whether carboxylic acids are more acidic, less acidic, how. So therefore acidic strength of carboxylic acid is directly proportional to H plus ion concentration. That means, so carboxylic acids become more acidic when it able to produce more H plus ion. So therefore can we write like this, acidic strength of carboxylic acid, acidic strength of carboxylic acid is directly proportional to concentration of H plus ion. Okay. So as the concentration of H plus ion increases, acidic strength is of course increases. This is we know. Okay. Now tell me, now I will take in other way. Listen carefully. Acidic strength of carboxylic acid is directly proportional to H plus ion concentration. Can I take acidic strength of carboxylic acid is directly proportional to stability of carboxylate ion, because if the carboxylate ion is more stable, it can be formed so easily. If it is formed so easily, it also produces H plus ion so easily, right? It means acidic strength of carboxylic acid is also depends on what? Stability of carboxylate ion. How it is depends? Acidic strength of carboxylic acid directly proportional to stability of carboxylate ion. Higher the stability of carboxylate ion, more will be the acidic strength, because higher the stability of carboxylate ion, more will be the H plus ion concentration. So therefore, acidic strength of carboxylic acid, acidic strength of carboxylic acid depends on stability of carboxylate ion. So therefore, how it is? Acidic strength of carboxylic acid directly proportional to stability of RCOO minus, which is called carboxylate ion, right? So acidic strength of carboxylic acid is directly proportional to stability of carboxylate ion. Okay, now all right, but I want stability of carboxylate ion depends on what? First of all, tell me, carboxylate ion is anion or cation? Anion. Of course, anion. Then, so anion stability depends on what? So the stability of anion depends on electron releasing, electron withdrawing group. So with which group can makes anion become stable? Electron withdrawing group, right? Because it is a negative charge, right? Since it is a negative charge has to be reduced. How do you reduce negative charge? Electron withdrawing group. That means electron withdrawing group makes anion become stable. Electron releasing group makes cation, that is anion become less stable. So therefore, so can I write like this? Stability of carboxylate ion is directly proportional to electron withdrawing group and inversely proportional to electron releasing group. Okay, but here stability of carboxylate ion is directly proportional to electron withdrawing group and inversely proportional to electron releasing group. But we also know that stability of carboxylate ion directly proportional to acidic strength. Therefore, finally you can write acidic strength of carboxylic acid. This is only important. Acidic strength of carboxylic acid is directly proportional to electron withdrawing group and inversely proportional to electron releasing group. Okay, but we are studying inductive effect. Okay, so tell me, since we are studying inductive effect, which are the electron withdrawing and which are electron releasing? Yes, so therefore acidic strength of carboxylic acids directly proportional to minus I group or minus I effect, inversely proportional to plus I effect. So this is we want. Okay, so therefore acidic strength of carboxylic acid increases with increasing minus I effect and it is decreases with increasing plus I effect. Okay, so let us see one example. Let us take formic acid, acetic acid, okay, propanoic acid, butanoic acid, etc. Which of the following is more acidic and why? Then you need to identify which group are present. Tell me, here is hydrogen, this is methyl, it is ethyl, it is propyl. The remaining group is same, no? Carboxylic, carboxylic group, carboxylic group, carboxylic group. So we know that hydrogen is neither plus I nor minus I, it is almost neutral. Then what about methyl, ethyl, propyl? What happened? The plus I effect is increases. Therefore, as the plus I effect increases, acidic strength is decreases. Okay. Next, one more example. Let us take CH3 COOH, CH3 CH2 COH, CH2 fluorine chlorine. Come on, tell me. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is the order of acidic strength? So what is the order of acidic strength? Which is more acidic? Tell me, decreasing order. So here, this is a methyl group and carbon having 3 hydrogen. Here is a fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So what is the order of minus effect? All are minus A group, right? Minus I group. But which is a strongest minus I group? Fluorine. So minus I effect is directly proportional to electronegativity. Fluorine, then chlorine, then bromine, then iodine. Which is more acidic? So therefore 2 is more acidic than 3, then 4, then 5, then 1. Okay. It means as the minus I effect increases, acidic strength is increases. Yes or no? Acidic strength is directly proportional to minus I effect. Okay. So next is acidic strength directly proportional to minus I effect. In last class we have studied what are the minus I group and their strength also. One more example. Let us take nitroacetic acid, nitroacetic acid, comma, cyanoacetic acid, comma, chloroacetic acid, comma, acetic acid. Tell me, what is the order of acidic strength? Which is more acidic? Nitro, cyano, chloro and methyl. So here nitro, cyano, chloro, these 3 are minus I groups. This is a minus I group. It is a minus I group. This is also minus I group. Methyl is a plus I group. Therefore first 3 are more acidic than last one. Then among 3 which is more acidic? Then we need to say which is a stronger minus I group. NO2. NO2 is a stronger minus I compared to CN. CN is a stronger minus I group compared to Cl. So therefore the order of acidic strength is this, decreasing order. Next, now as the number of minus I group increases, what happens acidic strength? Obviously, so as number of minus I group increases, acidic strength is increases. That is acidic strength directly proportional to number of minus I group, inversely proportional to number of plus I groups. For example, this was a previous CET question. It is chloroacetic acid, dichloroacetic acid, trichloroacetic acid. So chloroacetic acid, dichloro, trichloro, which is more acidic? Trichloro, because there are 3 minus I groups. As the minus I group increases, acidic strength is increases. Next, let us take plus I groups. Tell me. So here in this example plus I groups are decreases, right? as the plus I groups are decreases, acidic strength is increases, because acidic strength is inversely proportional to plus I groups. Therefore here acetic acid is more acidic, it has only methyl group is a plus I group, here is a ethyl group, larger plus I group, it is a secondary propyl, second, right, it is a tertiary butyl, still it is a larger plus I group, more plus I effect. Therefore as the plus I effect is decreases, acidic strength is increases. Next, right, in case of isomeric carboxylic acid, tell me, in case of isomeric carboxylic acids, as the branching increases, what happens? Acidic strength decreases. Therefore in isomeric carboxylic acids, see the same point we will study next alcohol topic, that is alcohol acidic strength. In isomeric carboxylic acid, as branching increases, as the branching increases, what happens? Acidic strength is decreases. Okay, so as the branching increases, acidic strength decreases. For example, 1 2 3 4 5, okay, let us take 5, 1 2 3 4 5, it is called N pentanoic acid, right? Okay, let me write this is 1 2 3 4 5 6, no, 1 2 3 4 5, it is a isopentanoic acid. One more, 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5, tell me. So it is a N, it is iso, it is neo, branch increase, no, N pentanoic, isopentanoic, neopentanoic acid, which is more acidic? Say here branching increases, molecular formula is same, as the branching increases, acidic strength is decreases. It means which is more acidic? N pentanoic is more acidic than iso, then neo. Okay, next is, let us take same pentanoic acid, it is a 1 chloropentanoic acid, right, now 2 chloropentanoic acid, 3 chloropentanoic acid, 4 chloropentanoic acid, and 5 chloropentanoic acid. So which is more acidic? So 1 chloropentanoic acid is more acidic. Why? Yes, as the distance between minus I group and carboxylic group increases, right, as the distance between minus I group and carboxylic group increases, acidic strength is decreases, right. So therefore as the distance between minus I group and COOH group increases, so as the distance between minus I group and COOH group increases, acidic strength decreases. Okay, next is relative acidic strength of aliphatic and aromatic carboxylic acids. Relative acidic strength of aliphatic and aromatic carboxylic acid. So what is the relative acidic strength of aliphatic and aromatic carboxylic acid? See, let us take aliphatic is acetic acid, or else you can take general formula RCOOH, aliphatic carboxylic acid. Aromatic carboxylic acid is benzoic acid. Tell me, among aliphatic and aromatic carboxylic acids, which carboxylic acids are more acidic and why? So again, it is because of inductive effect. You can explain. So this is a R group. R group is a plus I group, electron releasing group, and remember here phenyl ring is a minus I group. It has electron withdrawing nature. So phenyl ring is a minus I group, R group is a plus I group. Therefore, which is more acidic? Benzoic acid, that is aromatic carboxylic acid. So aromatic carboxylic acids are more acidic than aliphatic carboxylic acid because phenyl ring is a minus I effect. It shows minus effect. But there is one exception. What is exception? Exception is formic acid and benzoic acid. Among formic acid, benzoic acid, which is more acidic? Formic acid is a aliphatic, benzoic acid is aromatic. Even though it is a aliphatic carboxylic acid, formic acid is more acidic than benzoic acid. Why? This is because formic acid, it is HCOOH, formic acid undergo dissociation gives formate ion plus H plus, and benzoic acid undergo dissociation, it gives benzoate plus H plus. Now tell me, since formic acid is more acidic, this is because formate ion is more stable compared to benzoate ion. So here among formate ion and benzoate ion, so this is most stable, right? So when you see the stability, formate is more stable compared to benzoate, right? So this is the reason formic acid is more acidic than benzoic acid. Okay, so therefore, now other than formic acid, whatever the aliphatic carboxylic acid comes, so usually aromatic carboxylic acid, that is benzoic acid, is only most stable, and benzoic acid acidic strength in detail we will study in mesomeric effect. To understand the benzoic acid stability and to understand benzoic acid acidic strength, we need to understand mesomeric effect. Again the same concept comes in mesomeric effect, that there we will study in detail. Okay, so this is how relative acidic strength of carboxylic acid. Okay, but here carboxylic acid, for example RCOOH, it is reacts with water, dissolved in water. Tell me, carboxylic acids dissolved in water, what they form? RCOO minus plus H3O plus, carboxylate ion plus, is called hydronium ion. Then by applying law of mass action, so you can write the K like Kc Kp. By applying law of mass action, the molar concentrations of product by molar concentrations of reactant. What is the molar concentrations of product? RCOO minus concentration and H3O plus ion concentration divided by RCOOH concentration and water concentration. But we also know that the molar concentration of water is taken as a almost unity or constant, that is 1, it is a constant. Okay, even we have studied in chemical context also, because we take excess quantity, its concentration does not change. Therefore, now you bring this concentration here, that means it is a K and water also constant, so you can take it is a Ka. So Ka is equals to, it is a molar concentrations of carboxylate ion and molar concentration of hydronium ion and molar concentrations of acid. So therefore here I want what is the relation between Ka and H3O plus? So where Ka is directly proportional to H3O plus, and moreover, what is H3O plus? H3O plus is nothing but which is equals to what? H plus, because in aqueous medium H plus ion does not exist. H plus ion does not exist. It exists as a H3O plus, because H plus combined with water, it always exists as a hydronium ion, H3O plus. Okay, that's what. So this concentration K, that's what, K also directly proportional to H plus, but H plus ion directly proportional to what? Acidic strength. Therefore finally you can write Ka is directly proportional to acidic strength. Acidic strength of not only carboxylic acid, any acid. So therefore K is directly proportional to acidic strength of carboxylic acid. So here onwards we use Ka. Okay, next, Ka is nothing but it measures the acidic strength. For example, question is like this: among carboxylic aliphatic carboxylic acid, aromatic carboxylic acid, so which have more Ka? So the Ka of aromatic carboxylic acid 1 greater than 2, no, sorry, 2 greater than 1. This is 1, it is 2. So like that. So Ka is measure of acidic strength. Next, but Ka is also be related with pKa. How? Do you know what is the pKa is? Minus log Ka. Then pKa is also equal to, it is minus, no, you make it plus log 1 by Ka can be taken. Okay, therefore the relation between pKa and Ka is inversely proportional. So therefore pKa is inversely proportional to Ka. That means, so pKa inversely proportional to Ka, but Ka directly proportional to acidic strength. Therefore I want what is the relation between acidic strength and pKa. Yes, acidic strength directly proportional to Ka, inversely proportional to pKa. Right? So question is like this: which of the following has highest pKa? Which of the following has highest pKa? Okay, highest pKa, option 1, formic acid, B, acetic acid, C, benzoic acid, D, 2-methyl propanoic acid. So which has highest pKa? So highest pKa means lowest Ka. So which is lowest Ka? Lowest acidic strength, that is. Now if I want to arrange these carboxylic acid in the decreasing order of Ka, so which one has highest Ka? D greater than sorry, Ka, no. Okay, so which is highest Ka? Here exception written, no. Formic acid is more acidic than benzoic acid. One exception is there. So therefore A is more acidic, then C is more acidic, then B, then D. Okay, now same I want in the decreasing order of pKa. Which has highest pKa? D has highest pKa. Next is B, then C, then A. Okay, next, in chemical equilibrium we also study about conjugate acid, conjugate bases. Okay, for example, let us take carboxylic acid, undergo dissociation, it gives carboxylate ion plus H plus ion, it is acid. So remember, acid always gives conjugate base, yes or no? Any acid donate the proton to form conjugate base. Therefore, carboxylic acid is acid, carboxylate ion is its conjugate base. Okay. Then we also know that strong acid always form weak conjugate base. Next, weak acid always form so therefore strong acid gives weak conjugate base, weak acid gives strong conjugate base. Okay, for example, which of the following is a strong base? Which of the following is a strong base? Strong base in the sense it's conjugate base, let it be. You need not to write conjugate, it understood that it is a base, nothing but conjugate base can be taken. Okay, so which is a strong conjugate base? Okay, so option 1 acetate ion, comma, option B benzoate, option C formate, option D alkoxide, alkoxide. Okay, we'll leave it this, we'll study about this later. Tell me. So which of the following is a strongest conjugate base? Say strongest conjugate base must be formed from weakest acid. Which is the weakest acid? So this acid is the weakest acid, right? Therefore weakest acid always gives strongest base. Therefore D is a weakest acid. Therefore its base is strongest conjugate base. Okay. Now for basic nature can be denoted by Kb. In terms of Kb, Kb indicate basic strength. Tell me, among this which is the strongest base? Of course D is the strongest base, no? Then because weakest acid. Next, after B, D, A, next is B, next is C. So therefore in this way you can identify which is a strongest conjugate base and weakest conjugate base. Okay. Next, so this is how acidic strength of carboxylic acid depends on plus I group and minus I group. Next, fourth application is relative, fourth or third? Alcohol mugita. So relative acidic strength of alcohol. See these topics we actually will study in second PUC. Okay, once we finish here, I told you the 50% second PU organic chemistry will get finished once first PU organic finished. Except equation, preparation properties, yav property ulela. Only preparation property, it doesn't take much time. It takes only here time to understand to logical question ille barodu. Ide important. Right. So relative acidic strength of alcohol. Okay. Now tell me, alcohols are acidic in nature. So how do you say that alcohols are acidic nature? Alcohol undergo dissociation, they gives alkoxide ion plus H plus. Therefore alcohol gives alkoxide ion. Okay, right. Alcohol undergo dissociation, they form alkoxide ion. along with alkoxide ion they also form H plus ion, right? Now question, tell me. Next is acidic strength of alcohol depends on what? Stability of alkoxides. Therefore, like similar to carboxylic acid, here also same concept. Acidic strength of alcohol depends on stability of alkoxide ion. That is, higher the stability of alkoxide ion, more will be the acidic strength, because if alkoxide is more stable, it can be formed so easily. If it is formed easily, it also produces H plus ion easily. Therefore, the stability of alkoxide is directly proportional to acidic strength of alcohol. Okay, next. Now question is, alkoxide can be stable in which condition? Whether electron withdrawing group or releasing group. So since it is an anion, you need not to think, you need not memorize also. It is anion, no? All anions are stabilized by electron withdrawing groups. All cations are stabilized by electron releasing groups. Therefore here electron withdrawing group. Which is electron withdrawing group among minus I plus I? Minus I. Therefore acidic strength of alcohol is directly proportional to minus I effect and inversely proportional to plus I effect. That's it. Therefore, so write 2-3 important points. 1. Acidic strength of alcohol directly proportional to stability of alkoxide ion. Next, stability of alkoxide ion RO minus is directly proportional to minus I effect. Okay, electron withdrawing, no, you cannot directly, minus I and plus I effect. Next, finally, acidic strength of alcohol is directly proportional to minus I effect, inversely proportional to plus I effect. Okay, let us see some examples. Let us take methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, propyl alcohol. Tell me, so which of the following are more acidic? So, or what is the order of Ka? Ka is same, no? Ka directly proportional to acidic strength. Which has more Ka? A, B, C. So A is greater than B greater than C. That is a acidic strength also same. A greater than B greater than C. Okay. Next, one more example. CH2 fluorine. CH2 fluorine. Tell me. So what is the order of pKa? A, B, C, D. So which has highest pKa? Huh? Highest pKa, lowest Ka. Lowest Ka, least acidic. Which is least acidic? D. Because minus I, all are minus I group. But as the electronegativity of minus I group decreases, what happens? Its minus I effect is decreases. So therefore pKa, which is more, D, then C, then B, then A. One more example. One, two, three. So identify the order of K. Tell me, increasing order. Increasing order. So 3 must be least. Next is 2, 1. Okay, because NO2 is a strongest minus I group. The next CN, then Cl comes. I told you majority questions based on this only, either halogen, CN, NO2. Right? Next, one more. Let us take, so which of the following is more acidic? Which of the following is more acidic? 1, carboxylic acid, B, alcohol, and C, phenol, and D, aromatic carboxylic acid. Tell me. So which are more acidic? 1, carboxylic acid, alcohol, phenol, and aromatic carboxylic acid. So first of all, we need to understand among alcohol and carboxylic acids, which are more acidic and why? Among alcohol and carboxylic acids, which are more acidic? Alcohol, carbon. If alcohols are more acidic, we could also say alcohol acid. It is a carboxylic acid, tane. Carboxylic acid means they are, of course, they have more acidic strength, more acidic nature. We don't say that alcohol acid. Alcohol is alcohol. It has, of course, acidic strength, acidic nature. But when compared with carboxylic acid, alcohols are less acidic, right? So therefore, now the order of acidic strength is usually carboxylic acids are more acidic than what? Alcohol. Then why? So the reason must be known. So what is the reason that carboxylic acids are more acidic? So very good. It is again based on the stability of anion. For example, let us take carboxylic acid. It undergo dissociation to form carboxylate ion. This is carboxylate ion plus H plus ion. And alcohol, it is carboxylic acid. And take alcohol, it also undergo dissociation, it form alkoxide, carboxylate ion, it is a alkoxide ion plus H plus. Okay, now tell me, now acidic strength of any acid is depends on its anion stability. Remember, organic chemistry we study reverse. In inorganic chemistry we won't use these concepts. So therefore, the stability, no, the acidic strength of any acid, either it is acid, you can take any other acid also. So it is alcohol. Tell me, so acidic strength of these two, it depends on its stability of their anion. Carboxylic acid, carboxylate anion, alcohol, alkoxide anion. Among carboxylate anion and alkoxide anion, carboxylate ion is most stable compared to alkoxide. Why? Because of resonance. So here carboxylate ion is most stable. When you see the stability, so why? So why the carboxylate ion is most stable? It is because of resonance. So when you see the carboxylate ion, you can take like this. Tell me here, it undergo resonance, this pi bond shifted here, so therefore R, O become O minus, then here O double bond. Therefore it gives the how many RS? 2 resonance structures. But most important is it gives 2 equal resonance structures, because you see 1, 2, 3. Here also 1, 2, 3. Can I take this is 1, 2, 3? Same, because 1 and 3 oxygen only. That means the resonance structure 1 and resonance structure 2 both are equal. They are called equal resonance structures. That means if any anion gives equal resonance structure, or if any compound gives equal resonance structure, which is most stable when compared with unequal resonance structures. Therefore, there are how many? 2 equal resonance structures, therefore most stable. Okay. Then what about in case of alkoxide? Is it alkoxide undergo resonance? No. Therefore, here is no resonance structures. So therefore, among alkoxide, carboxylate ion which is most stable? Carboxylate ion is most stable. So then you got answer that carboxylic acids are more acidic than what? Alcohol. But there is another option is phenol. Here was carboxyl. Tell me now. Let us see, that also will finish here only. Phenol. Now I want comparison of phenol with first alcohol. Tell me, among alcohol, phenol, which are more acidic? Again, it is based on resonance only. Let us take alcohol. Alcohol undergo dissociation, it form alkoxide plus H plus, and phenol undergo dissociation, it gives rise to phenoxide H plus. Tell me, among alkoxide, phenoxide, which is more stable? Alkoxide or phenoxide? Phenoxide. It has 4 resonance structures, right? Here phenoxide has more, that means resonance structure 4, therefore phenoxide is more stable compared to alkoxide. Alkoxide no resonance, therefore stability phenoxide PHO minus more stable compared to RO minus. Therefore phenol more acidic than what? Alcohol. It's Ka. Okay. Next, now I want comparison with carboxylic acid. Among carboxylic acid, phenol, which are more acidic? Phenol. Yatish. Among all phenol, of course, phenol and carboxylic acid, which are more acidic? See, carboxylic acids are more acidic compared to phenol. Why? So same reason. See, carboxylic acid can form, that is carboxylate ion. Carboxylate ion can to form how many? 2 equal RS. Phenol can form phenoxide ion. Phenoxide can form how many? There are 4 unequal RS. Therefore, equal RS much more stable compared to unequal RS. So therefore, carboxylate ion is more stable compared to phenoxide. It is the stability. That's what carboxylic acid is more acidic than phenol. Okay. Then now you can write the order. So what is the order of acidic strength among carboxylic acid, alcohol, phenol? Tell me, among carboxylic acid and alcohol, phenol, which is more acidic? 1. Carboxylic acids are more acidic. The next is, then phenol comes, next is alcohol comes. Okay. And moreover, in alcohol, phenol, you can also take like this. In phenol there is a minus I effect, alcohol is plus I effect. So therefore, carboxylic acid more acidic than phenol, then alcohol. Next, one more question. Which of the following more acidic? Option 1 sulfonic acid, 2 carboxylic acid, 3 benzoic acid, 4 phenol. Tell me, which is more acidic? We understood carboxylic acid, benzoic, this is benzoic acid, it is a phenol. Among carboxylic acid, aliphatic, aromatic, it is phenol. Which is more acidic? Aromatic, no. Aromatic more acidic, then next aliphatic, then phenol. But now there is sulfonic acid. So we need to understand, see, for everything same concept. Sulfonic acid structure is like this. It undergo dissociation. Dissociation. It gives rise to sulfonate ion. It is called a sulfonate, alkyl sulfonate. Sulfonate ion. Tell me, sulfonate ion can form how many RS? It form 3 RS. So how many resonating positions? 1, 2, 3. There are 3 resonating positions, right? It form how many? 3 resonating structures. Whether equal or unequal, it form equal. So otherwise you can write it. Let us take R, S double bond O, O minus. This is one resonating structure. Next you make here, this is here. So will you write? Can you write another structure? No. If you try to write another, you will get any one of these 3. So therefore, whether all 3 are equal or unequal, they are equal. So therefore, there are 3 equal resonance structures. Therefore, now tell me, sulfonic acid gives sulfonate ion which forms 3 equal resonance structure. Then carboxylic acid form 2 equal structures. Which is more stable? Sulfonate ion. So since sulfonate ion is more stable compared to carboxylate ion, sulfonic acids are more acidic. Therefore, what is the answer? Sulfonic acid. Okay, if you want to write the order, come on, tell me. So what is the order of acidic strength of carboxylic acid? Ka. 1. Sulfonic acids are more acidic. The next is, it is aliphatic, it is aromatic. So therefore 3 is more acidic. Next is 2 is more acidic. Next is 1. 4. Okay. So in this way, acidic strength of alcohol, acidic strength of carboxylic acid, both are depends on the stability of their anions. Okay. Next, one more question. Now tell me, among these anions, let us take sulfonate anion, carboxylate, benzoate, phenoxide. Among these anion, which of the following is a weakest base? Weakest base must be formed from strongest acid. First one. Which is the strongest base? Fourth one. Right? So like that, if you understand the concept, the identification answer is nothing difficult. You can do it. Fine. So this is about acidic strength of alcohol. Next, last application is last one, and 2 more is there. Okay, fine. Fifth one. Okay, fifth one, basic strength of amine. So relative basic strength of amine. So what happened basic strength of amine? This is already we have studied in amine topic. Okay, quickly tell me, amines are basic nature. It is due to presence of one or more lone pair of electron, and they are capable to donate the lone pair of electron to what? H plus ion. Yes or no? All amines, for example, let us take RNH2. It is a amine, primary amine. In all amines there is a one lone pair, right? The lone pair present where? Nitrogen atom. So that nitrogen atom lone pair is donated to what? H plus. So lone pair donated to H plus, so that it forms what? R, tell me, NH2 become NH3 plus. It means amines are basic in nature due to presence of one lone pair of electron present on the nitrogen, and it is capable to donate. See, we also studied the presence of lone pair makes is basic strength. Is it basic? No. The presence of lone pair is not always basic. There must be a capable to donate. We have studied in amine topic, right? There are many compound having lone pair, but they are not capable to donate. Itane electron itakshana basic agala. So donate mada manisirಬೇಕು ತಾನೆ, right? So the same way, so it is also here. Amines are basic in nature. Amines are basic in nature due to the presence of one lone pair on nitrogen, and it is capable to donate. So it is capable to donate to the H plus ion. Okay. So therefore amines are basic in nature due to the presence of one lone pair on nitrogen atom, and it is capable to donate to H plus like this. Okay, it is the reason for the basic nature of all amines. But now I want amines are basic nature due to presence of lone pair. Now tell me, which group makes amines are more basic? Electron releasing group, because electron releasing group makes this is electron rich. If this is electron rich, it can able to donate easily electrons. Therefore electron releasing group makes amines are more basic. Electron withdrawing group makes amines become less basic. So therefore now tell me, basic strength of amine. Directly proportional to electron releasing group, inversely proportional to electron withdrawing group. Okay, remember we have studied acidic strength. In acidic strength this is opposite, right? Acidic strength is directly proportional to electron withdrawing, but basic strength is electron withdrawing. Okay, both are opposite. So therefore now since we are studying inductive effect, tell me, basic strength directly proportional to plus I effect, inversely proportional to minus I effect. Okay, now let us take base is amine RNH2. It is dissolved in water. Tell me, when base dissolved in water, this water has H plus plus OH minus, right? So this lone pair electron is given to H plus ion, so that what it form? RNH2 become NH3 plus plus OH minus. Now by applying law of mass action, tell me, you can write directly Kb is equals to molar concentrations of product divided by molar concentrations of reactant. This is constant, water is constant. But I want Kb is related to OH. How? So where Kb is directly proportional to OH minus ion concentration. It means higher the Kb, more will be the basic strength. So finally you can take basic strength directly proportional to Kb. What is the Kb equal to? Dissociation constant of weak base. K is dissociation constant of weak acid. Okay, fine. But we also know that pKb is equals to minus log Kb. Then pKb is also equal to log 1 by Kb. Then pKb is inversely proportional to Kb, and pKb is inversely proportional to basic strength. Therefore finally basic strength is directly proportional to Kb, inversely proportional to pKb, as like acidic strength. In case of acidic strength, we have studied acidic strength directly proportional to Ka, inversely proportional to pKa, the same, right? Same as acidic strength. Okay. Next, now let us see example. So we understood that plus I group increases the basic strength of amine, right? Basic strength of amine. So let us take, it is a primary amine, comma, secondary amine, comma, tertiary amine, and ammonia. So what is the order of basic strength? In gaseous state, right? Say in gaseous state, the order of basic strength in gaseous state. In gaseous state, does not depends on hydration. It does not depends on hydration energy and hydrogen bonding. Since it does not depends on hydrogen bonding, hydrogen and hydration energy, as well as it does not depends on steric hindrance. So these are all negligible. When all these three conditions are negligible, what is the order of basic strength? It depends on only plus I effect. 1 plus I here, 2 plus I here, there are 3 plus I groups, here no plus I group. Therefore as the plus I groups increases, basic strength is increases. Condition is when there is no hydrogen bonding, where there is no hydration energy, where there is no steric hindrance. In all these three conditions are negligible, then that is called gaseous state. In gaseous state, tell me, tertiary amines are more basic, important, then secondary amine, then primary amine, then ammonia. But in fact majority reaction takes place, amine reaction takes place aqueous medium. Okay, so when the reaction takes place aqueous medium, then we need to compare basic strength in aqueous medium. So therefore this is only important, order of basic strength in aqueous medium, in water. So in water again there are two conditions or two cases. Case 1, if R is equals to methyl. Case 2, R means alkyl. If R equal to other than methyl, it means it may be ethyl, it may be propyl, butyl, pentyl, other than methyl, whatever may be the alkyl comes. So therefore This is case 2. Tell me, case 1. If R is a methyl group, of course secondary is most basic. Then after secondary, not tertiary, primary comes. Then next is tertiary. Next is ammonia. But in case 2, if other than methyl group is present as a alkyl group, then secondary is, of course, in all the case secondary is more basic. Then next is tertiary comes, next is primary, next is ammonia. You need to remember order. So this is the order of basic strength in aqueous medium. Okay. Next point, relative basic strength of aliphatic and aromatic amines. Relative basic strength of aliphatic and aromatic amine. Tell me, so what is the relative basic strength of aliphatic aromatic amine? That means among aliphatic and aromatic amine, which are more basic and why? Aliphatic, aromatica. Aliphatic amines, yes, more basic than aromatic amine. This is the KB. It means, for example, let us take RNH2. It is aliphatic, and aromatic is, you can take aniline. Tell me, among these two, aliphatic is more basic. Why? Okay, one reason, alkyl group is a plus I group, we all know, and phenyl ring is a minus I group. That is one reason, but there is another reason also. Another reason is, there is a one lone pair, here also one lone pair. Which lone pairs are not available for donation? Which lone pairs are available for donation? In case of alkyl, these lone pairs are not delocalized. Okay, so these lone pairs are not, that is called what? Localized? No, localized lone pair. Then what about this? These involved resonance, right? That means they are delocalized lone pair. So both are having lone pair. In this case they are delocalized, here is localized. Therefore this is more basic. Okay. Next, one more important point. Basic strength of amine inversely proportional to electronegativity of nitrogen. Right. So basic strength of amine is inversely proportional to electronegativity of nitrogen. It means, for example, let us take methylamine. There is one lone pair, and if there is a double bond, here also one lone pair, here there is a triple bond, here also one lone pair. We need to understand what is the electronegativity of nitrogen. Then how do you identify electronegativity? It is based on hybridization. So what is the hybridization of this nitrogen? sp3. The number of hybrid orbital equal to lone pair plus sigma bond. Then what is the hybridization of this nitrogen? sp2. This is sp. Therefore, now what is the order of electronegativity? sp nitrogen has more electronegativity. then sp2 nitrogen, then so therefore if you see the electronegativity order, sp nitrogen has more, then sp2 nitrogen, then sp3 nitrogen. Of course all three are nitrogen, but all three nitrogen do not have same electronegativity. So therefore now tell me, so sp nitrogen has more electronegativity. Due to more electronegativity, what happened? This nitrogen cannot donate pair of electron to other atom like H plus. Here less electronegativity, therefore it can donate easily. So therefore this is order of basic strength. Next, one more question. Which of the following, or arrange the following in the decreasing order of basic strength. Next question. Arrange the following. Basic strength inversely proportional to electronegativity. No, same no. Arrange the following in the decreasing order of Kb. Kb nothing but basic strength. Okay. 1 methylamine, 2 aniline, 3 ammonia, 4 dimethylamine. See, what is the decreasing order of Kb, no? So here, now see here, you may have doubt. If they ask question like this, arrange the following in the increasing order of basic strength, then you may ask question whether gaseous state or aqueous medium. So the same for the same question we discussed, it should be in aqueous medium. If it is not mentioned anything, it is understood that it should be in aqueous medium, because all the amine reaction takes place in aqueous medium. We consider it is aqueous medium. We take gaseous state exceptionally. If they mention gaseous state, then only we will take particularly gaseous state order. Otherwise you take it is aqueous medium order. Therefore in aqueous medium, tell me, methylamine, it is dimethylamine, secondary amine. So secondary amines are more basic than primary amines, right? Next is, it is aniline, it is ammonia. Which is more basic? Ammonia, aniline? Ammonia, because in case of aniline, these lone pairs are delocalized. In ammonia, there is no delocalization. Therefore, ammonia is more basic. Then next is aniline. Next, which of the following is most basic? Which of the following is most basic? 1. Same kind of example we discussed in amine topic also. So which of the following is most basic? See, first, no, to understand most basic, less basic, you try to identify the hybridization. Okay, the first condition is identify hybridization. Then we will see the electronegativity. Tell me, what is hybridization here? sp2. sp2, lone pairs are delocalized or localized? Lone pairs are localized because these lone pairs do not involved in resonance. If they involved, it loses aromaticity. Okay, next is, what about this? It is sp sp2, aromaticity 1, 2, 3. This lone pair involved resonance, not hybridization. So therefore sp2, whether delocalized or localized, lone pairs are delocalized. Next here, sp2 na sp3 na? sp2 only, because these lone pairs are involved resonance. So it's sp2, again they are delocalized. Next here, sp3, localized lone pair. Tell me now. First see the hybridization. sp2, sp2, sp2. 3 are sp2, it means more electronegativity. As the electronegativity of nitrogen is increased, that is more, less basic. Which is more basic? sp3. So therefore, if you see the order, Kb, fourth one more basic. Next. Now 3 are sp2 only. When 3 are sp2, you identify which is delocalized, which is localized lone pair. Where the localized lone pair? First, means first one is more basic. Now both are delocalized. Both are delocalized, but you see the availability. See, these lone pairs are localized, delocalized. It is in what? They are involving in aromaticity, right? Suppose it is involving aromaticity, it is not involving aromaticity. Actually, it has aromaticity. Okay, therefore, suppose if you try to take these electrons, it loses aromaticity. It means it never gives electron, right? It means these lone pair electrons are never donated, because if it is donated, it loses aromaticity. It becomes anti-aromatic. It is highly unstable. Here also delocalized, but these lone pair not involved in what? Aromaticity. There is already aromaticity is there, but because of conjugation they are involving. That's it. So what? Which is more? Third one is more basic. Then second. Okay, go for lunch.